Hey guys, it's Weil, and welcome to my fucking Q&A answer thingy. So, I don't know. I can't think of anything else to really say, but part one of it, I guess, I'll just be playing Pokémon in the background as a visual, and I don't know how many questions I really nabbed, but I just quick threw them in a text document, and I kind of have them to the side, so I'll just kind of scroll through them all playing, and then we'll figure it out. But anyways, let's get into the first question, which really isn't a question, but it just says last. So, you know, that's the first comment of the video. So cool. And that was, who gives a fuck. And then the next question is from a guy called Farting. And he asks, how many nipples do you have? 2. Why do some of these questions have to suck so much? I mean, sure, I could just not answer it, but I was like, fuck it. I'll do it. Wow. What the fuck are those people doing? But, yeah. Next question. Do I enjoy what I do on YouTube by Bosses Have Swag? And the answer to that is, yes I do. I do quite enjoy what I do on YouTube. Because the thing is, I wouldn't have gotten to the point where I am if I, you know, didn't enjoy what I did or wanted to do what I do. So I generally do enjoy what I do, and I want to continue it for the reason of I enjoy it. I mean, if I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't have done it in the first place to get to where I am. And if I didn't enjoy it and I was still making money, I would have gone on to something else that could have A, made me more money, or B, I don't fucking know. But the point is, you know, it's not all about, oh my god, I'm making a income by it, but it's like, there's still the fact that I still have to enjoy it for, you know, the work I put into it, and it could be something completely different if, you know, I didn't enjoy it. So, and I think it'd be very tellable if I didn't enjoy it. So, yeah, I still enjoy what I do. I still enjoy playing this game. I still, like uploading, you know. All the same old shit. Nothing will change for a while, hopefully, because I still, you know, want to enjoy this game and just enjoy posting on YouTube. But, you know, if I don't, I don't. That's how it goes. The next question is another stupid fucking question. I'm just going to skip it, because it's a stupid fucking question, but you know what, screw it, I'll just humor it with you guys. And it's another one from Farting, and his question is, has anyone told you you look like Meg? Yep, exactly, stupid fucking question, and it has an obvious ass answer, and anyone who thinks otherwise is fucking retarded, and, you know, doesn't know anything about anything. I'm just saying. Anyways, next question is by Metu B Pie, asking how do I record videos, because he's always wanted to do something on his second channel, recording videos wise. Well, I use both, like, 2 separate programs. I use ScreenFlow for my LPs, which is a Mac application. You know, just records the whole desktop screen. I just gotta crop it later, but it'll still record all my audio and shit. And then, the other one I use is Camtasia, which I use for my battles, just because, ScreenFlow can lag. Or not ScreenFlow, Camtasia can lag, like when I'm doing an LP or something. I don't really want that to lag, but what's nice about Camtasia is you can record a specific region. That really helps for when I'm doing an LP or something. So, or not an LP, a battle video, and it's just a lot quicker and streamlined if I can just do that for a battle video. LPs, I'm okay with taking the extra effort, but yeah, I use those to record, you know, my screen. And then, like, if I was going to do, like, an Xbox game or something with my PVR, which actually Eric has right now, so I don't technically have a PVR right now, but I could borrow my friend's PVR and use it. I use a program called ITV to record from the PVR, and then I'll just use, like, ScreenFlow or something to record my audio, so, you know, or my, you know, my narration or whatever, but it's all just dependent on the equipment you got, really. And it's not really that hard to, you know, make some good sound, or good-looking shit and good-sounding shit. You just gotta know what to look for, which, you know, it's all over the web, so shouldn't have too much trouble finding shit. So, you know, that's why I used to specifically record. Editing, that's a whole different subject, but you only asked about recording, so you only get recording. Alright, next question is, would you punch a baby if it stole your sweet roll? I wouldn't really give a shit, honestly. It's a sweet roll. I can get over it. Besides, if a baby stole my sweet roll, I think it'd be fairly easy to get it back. So, it's not really so much of a concern if a baby stole my sweet roll. Because, again, you can just literally be like, hey, give me my fucking sweet roll. So, you know, that's kind of a thing. Next question. Oh, yeah, that sweet roll question is from Cypher21. I think that's how you say her name. Next question is, Have you seen any other PokeTubers in person, and if yes, who? Let's see. QuantaRen66, King Daddy D-Mac, Shofu, Hayden, and then, you know, Shofu's crew, essentially. It's just, I don't remember. Let's see, there's Cheese075. Let's see, who else was specifically there that I'm trying to remember for some reason that I can't? I don't know. Just basically anyone at the LA tournament. You know, I met all those dudes, so, you know, that's kind of the thing. But, yeah. Yeah. Otherwise, the only other quote-unquote PokeTuber I've met is Tom, aka Do1991, aka the dude I stream with, but I don't know, really, people consider him that much of a PokeTuber, so I don't think we can really count him that well, but yeah. Anyways, next question is by iPlayGB. Chase, what are your thoughts on 6 Samurai decks as far as their potency and how threatening you find them? I think Samurais are like a tier 1.5 deck, honestly. Like, I know they're not tier 1 for a fact, and the fact that whenever they win an event, people either bash the fuck out of them or they completely overhype them. It's like, the thing is with Sams, it can be a sacky deck. It is a bit harder of a deck to run. You do have to play your cards a bit differently, but it's a really good deck, and it's, you know, it's efficient enough to where you can get shit done, and it's, like, it's a good deck. You shouldn't just throw it aside. It's something to consider when you're like, okay, what's a deck I should build? And they're fairly cheap to build too, but it's like, it's not as simple with using 6 Samurai decks as, oh, I just need to get out Shien and kick ass. It's like, no, you have to, you know, play different elements, and it's like, mainly the fact that it's like you gotta choose between Barkeen or Beast or Shien, or it's like, you just gotta pick and choose your moments properly in order to get the proper situations going. So, you know, it's a skill deck, I would say, but at the same time, if you can get Gateway out and you got a couple Sams in your hand, it's really easy to fucking do, but, you know, you still need to, if you can't get Gateway, I mean, of course, when you open Gateway, it's such an easy deck to use, but if you can't open Gateway, it's like you really have to be on your toes and know how to play it. But, you know, there are more efficient decks, and it's not to say that it's a bad deck, it's just that there are better decks, and, you know, half the time a lot more consistent, but Sam's is still a fairly consistent deck, and it's still a pretty good deck. And, you know, people shouldn't discount it or be like, oh, it's fucking bad. You know, it's a good deck, so shut the fuck up. I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, next question is by a guy named Blank Points. What is your first name? I mean your real first name. Well, considering my first name is in my YouTube name, I don't know. It's kind of like fairly simple, but then again, I guess people don't get that hint. But my real first name is Chase. Yeah, it's really not that much of a mystery. That's my first name. It's Chase. Because, yeah, I don't know. That's just what my parents decided to name me, so I'm not gonna bitch and moan about it because it's not that bad of a name? Question mark? I think it's okay. So, whatever. Anyways, next question. From Godzillant. May I anally rape you, or rape you anally? Same fucking thing, but no. I don't want that. Besides, why would you ask to rape? That's like asking if you could steal someone's worldly possessions. It's like, seriously, why would you ask for that? But whatever. Next question is from a guy named, what are your top 3 favorite games? Actually, that's not his name, but his name is Fear Phantoms, and his question is, what are your top 3 favorite games? Can be any game. That's actually kind of tough. I'm trying to think what I would consider my favorite games. Like, I can say one of my favorite game series is the Mass Effect series. But favorite games, like, I'd honestly have to go by, I'm just trying to think, like, because I love the Mass Effect series, I like the Samurai and Dynasty Warriors series, and then I also like the Knights of the Old Republic series. I mean, it's like, I have to group them by series, because that's just how I played them, I guess. I don't know, it's like, just, those are things that I will cling to, and things that I, you know, I'm like, hey, I fucking like these, I'd like to play them whenever I can, you know, so, that's that. Next question. That's not a question. Okay, this is a question from LX Tios. His question is, are you ever going to stray away from Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon? Or Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon, rather. Well, I've strayed away from Yu-Gi-Oh! Before. Like, I think the last time I really played Yu-Gi-Oh was like, I mean, like, played it for, you know, a consistent time was, I'm trying to remember when it was. I think it was like sophomore or junior year of high school. It's like I kind of was still into it, but then after that I just kind of dropped out of it just because it was too much work, effort, determination. And then I just picked it up last summer again, actually. So, you know, I took a small break, but then it's like, you know, I had fun with it, so I came back to it. And, you know, I've been playing Pokemon consistently for a while now, but the fact that the competitive aspects of both games exist are going to keep me, you know, wanting to play them more, because I like those aspects of both those games, and they're constantly evolving and changing, so there's constantly something new and different for me to do. So, you know, as long as I still have fun with them, I'll do them. But, I mean, if, like, you're talking YouTube-wise, if I'm going to do anything else, I mean, it's just a matter of if I get views on the videos, because it's like, I still put work and effort into making certain videos, and, you know, if I go out of my way to make a video, and I want people to watch and enjoy it, you know, it's like, I'm not going to make a video just for the sake of making it. I want to do it so that at the same time as me entertaining, I can, you know, have people enjoy it as well. If not that many people are going to really watch and enjoy it, it's not really worth the effort, you know? But that's kind of how that is. So if you were asking from that aspect, whatever. Next question is from Mr. Feast Entertainment. And his question is fucking stupid, but we're going to answer it anyways. It's not called, it's just a question. But his question is, why do you keep your hair long if, at least in all the videos I've seen, you always wear a hat? Because I still like having my hair long, because you can have a style with a hat that, because you can still style your hair while you're wearing a hat. So I like to have my hair long because that's the style I like, but I also like wearing a hat, so why can't I do both? Is it really that much of a conundrum that I feel like having long hair and I like wearing hats? I mean, it's like, seriously, why does that have to be such a conundrum that I like to have long hair and wear hats? It's, for some reason, a conundrum to everyone and everything, because traditionalist values herp a fucking derp or something like that. I don't know. Because, you know what? Break away from your fucking mold. I don't know. I'm just being silly at this point. Anyways, next question. String of questions from MBZ. Why you only has one eye? Because you tried to take the other, so I had to hide it from you. Obviously, that's the answer. Next. Why you gay Weavile? Why do you have to suck so much? Maybe I wouldn't be such a gay Weavile if you didn't suck so much. Let's see. Why you no love Snowflake anymores? Who said anything that I don't? You have no proof that I don't. So where can you get off on the assumption that I don't? But it's also because you touch yourself at night. You know? Everything about that, MBZ? Why you no? Because you yes. Exactly. Alright, next question is from Green Man Aton. He asks, where do you see yourself in 10 years? Serious time. I don't know, I'm hopefully going to be still posting videos, and hopefully I'll be doing something in the film industry or some other stuff besides Pokemon, and maybe do, you know, some actual video making. Honestly, that's what I would prefer to do, but, you know, still be on YouTube, still doing something. Maybe living off of YouTube would be really nice, but, can't always get what you want, but that's, you know, that's just my hopes. I mean, if I'm gonna be completely frank, probably doing absolutely nothing still, so, but, you know, hopefully I'll be doing something. Just in general, just not wasting away my life. So yeah. Next question is from Tyler Ullman. His question is, what was the first band you ever listened to? That's tough, because, like, there's bands that I've listened to that, you know, on the radio, but I didn't really know them, but there's, you know, those bands that I first actually listened to and first got into, you know, where I seriously was, like, a fan of them and shit. I mean, if we're talking about one of the first bands I've really listened to, like, listen to, I'd have to say it was either Drowning Pool or System of a Down, you know, that, like, rings a bell. But if we're talking about, like, the first band I really got into, that would probably be Green Day, I think. Yeah, because that was the first band, like, where I was actually, like, a fan in a sense. But then I kind of really only listened to, like, 2 albums of theirs. But then it's like, I guess you could say Linkin Park was right after that. So, I don't know. That's stuff. But it's a really tough question because you don't always remember exactly what you've listened to at all times. So, but, you know, it's an interesting thing to try and think about. What is your favorite Pokemon? It's tied between Infernape and Jirachi. I like both. And it's hard for me to choose, but I'd probably go with Jirachi. But, you know, whatever. Next question. A bunch of replying to this kid because he was all like, yep, here's a question from Myonol321 asking, how's it feel to be a 20-year-old virgin? How often do you cry yourself to sleep? Well, answered the second part of the question. I don't cry myself to sleep because I don't hate my life that badly. It's not terrible, but it's not great, but it's okay. And how does it feel? I don't know. Feels like I'm me. It's like, oh boy, I haven't done something yet. Whoop-de-fucking-do. It makes so much of a difference. Sure, I could be quote-unquote cooler, but it's like, whatever. If I haven't, I haven't. Get over it. Because it's just how shit goes. Doesn't really make a fucking difference. So, yeah, you can get over it. I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, next question is from whatever Toby. If the superpower of flight was stuck inside a dick, would you suck it? Yeah, then I get flight forever. I only have to suck one dick, and then I don't have to do it again. It's like, that's kind of worth it to be able to, you know, be able to forever fly. It's like, okay, suck one dick, and then go after all the vagina you want. I don't see the conundrum there. Oh boy, it's a dick, so threatening. I'm just saying, it's like, seriously, if you had the choice, you'd go for it, because, okay, it happened once, you can get over it. I don't know, maybe just people can't get over things as well as some other people, but whatever. So, yeah, that is something. Anyways, next question is from Godzillant. His question is, will you ever play Toontown? No. I think I know what you're talking about, that one online Disney game or something. No, I don't see why I'd ever play that, but okay. I wasn't planning on it, never was thinking about it, but I'm not going to. So, yeah. Anyways, next question is from JYoung8. His question is, so, Chase, I know you play Yu-Gi-Oh! Somewhat competitively. Here's a question. How do you feel the meta has shifted with the bans on Rabbit, Inzectors, Red Eyes Darkness Metal, and Brio? Didn't know if you felt that heroes are too strong or that the new meta decks were pulling ahead, and if these, which decks do you feel is the strongest in the newer meta? Okay, so he's basically asking, how do I feel about the new decks in the meta, and just how do I feel about the meta in general, and how I feel about heroes, I guess. Let's see. The meta right now I actually really like, just because it is balanced to a point. I mean, the only deck that's really, like, over the top would be, like, Wind-Ups right now. Otherwise, the meta, like, all the meta decks are pretty balanced right now, I think, except for Wind-Ups. And people are like, oh, fuck, Wind-Ups are Wind-Ups. But, you know, it's how it goes. There's always going to be that one deck eventually. So Wind-Ups really didn't get, I mean, they did get a hit from, I think it was just, I think only Carrier got hit, but now Wind-Ups are just, they're still fucking good. So, I mean, that's the main thing that really is broken in the metagame. Otherwise, I think most of the decks are fairly balanced in the meta, and it's a very nice meta, except for Wind-Ups. But, it's shifted more to, you gotta play a little bit more conservatively. You do have to rely more on back rowing, but it still is fairly efficient, fairly good. It's just, again, Wind-Ups are just a bitch, but the rest of the meta, I think, is fairly balanced. But what do I know? But, then heroes, I think, are still, I wouldn't say they're over the top, but I still say they're a pretty damn good deck. So if you don't run heroes, it might be worth your time to try and get into heroes, because heroes are pretty, well, they're cheap enough, and they're a good deck. You know, they're probably good tier 1 deck. So, you know, but let's see, Rabbit and Inzector, I'm still surprised that they're actually doing so well, but, well, actually, Rabbit makes sense, because you can still play around it really well, and Inzector, I was really surprised I was able to get back up, but, you know, that's how it goes. Inzectors, we're able to find out how to play around only having one Horde and one Dragonfly, so it works, and, yeah, you know, you just gotta play decks a bit more conservatively in anything that got banned, and it's not really that hard to do, it's just you gotta be smarter about it. So, I just, yeah, I hope that answered the question. It probably didn't, but whatever. Oh boy, this question. Fucking okay. This guy. His name is the Jason X Mecha. His question is: are you planning on doing any more DN? No. I'm sick and tired of answering this fucking question. I really am. Because, honestly, it's the same thing that happened with, like, fucking Cooking with Wild Chase or other shit. It's just, I got bored of doing both DN and Cooking with Wild Chase. It just, DN itself, I'm just not a fan of. It just bores me. And the fact of the matter is, half the time when you go on to DN, it's a lot harder to get a decent match to record and upload. I mean, sure, I could just go and get all the shit matches, but half the time it's either my shitty-ass luck or my opponent's shitty-ass luck dash. They just half the time suck. It's like, DN is just, a lot of it is just not fun for me, so I just don't want to do videos over it because I don't really have fun with it. And if I don't have fun with it, honestly, I don't want to do it. So I'm not going to do any more DN videos unless I find it fun. And the thing is, I don't even need DN to really test as much, so it's like, I don't really give a shit as much about having to go on DN and being able to test and shit. It's just like, I can do well enough without it. So, yeah. Next question is from Darpab Patel. His question is, what are your thoughts on the new 3 Days Grace album? It didn't sound that bad. Like, I mean, from what I was hearing, it was a bit better than Life Starts Now. I just really didn't like Life Starts Now because of how upbeat it was, but so far from what I've heard, it sounds like a pretty decent album. I haven't finished it just because I've been lazy, and it's just, but it seems like an okay album. Like, I wouldn't discredit it. It seems like a pretty decent album, but I don't know, whatever. So I did actually kind of enjoy Chalk Outlines, so yeah. I don't know. Anyways, next question from Shadow Exiv. His question is, Chase, do you consider yourself a hipster? Maybe. I don't know. I do things that probably break away from the norm, but I don't try and, you know, intentionally do it just to break away. It's just, I do what I want to do because I enjoy it. Or, if that question is considered stupid, what is your stance on testing Garchomp in OU? I kind of hate how they're trying to do so many complex bans, because how they're doing is they're trying to ban Sandstream. I mean, I guess they could be doing some sort of similar complex ban at, like, the Swift Swim and Drizzle complex, but the thing is, they're only doing it to unban Garchomp, and then I feel like people are just going to keep trying to jump on the bandwagon and we need more complex bans to balance the meta, and it's just like, I just hate having too much complex bans in the meta and just people jumping on all that shit like that. So that's the only thing I really hate about it. Otherwise, go ahead, try it out. I mean, it could be good, it could not be good. There's been a lot of meta shifts, so it's worth trying out. But as it stands right now, I just hate how people are like with the whole complex ban shit. Anyways, next question from Matata Faruber. Chase, how much longer do you see yourself doing this whole YouTube thing? Quitting after college or before? Well, considering I'm already in college, I can't really quit before college. And it's like, I don't plan on quitting because it's my pastime. It's what I enjoy doing. And once I stop enjoying it, it's, you know, but I don't see myself quitting enjoying it for a very long time because, you know, it's something that I kind of work my life around because it's such a big thing in my life because I enjoy it so much. But if I just stop enjoying it, I stop enjoying it, but I don't see myself stopping enjoying it for a long time. But, you know, you can never really tell. So, whatever. Next question from 97 Pedro Cass. Why do you play Pokemon? Because I fucking like it. It's fun. Makes me happy. Well, not really happy, but I enjoy it, and it's fun. And, you know, if you like something and you enjoy it, you should fucking play it. Because you like and enjoy it. It's as simple as that. If you like something, fucking do it. Unless it harms other people. I don't know, my stance on shit is, do whatever the fuck you want that makes you happy, as long as you're not impeding someone else's happiness, or, you know, you're hurting someone in some way, shape, or form. Do whatever the fuck you want otherwise, because you're not harming anyone, you're not making anyone feel any worse by what you're doing. Like, I mean, if someone's being a bigot, then yeah, fuck them, but it's like, if you enjoy doing something, and it doesn't, like, actually harm them, then fucking do it. And it's just, because it'll make you happy. It's not going to matter what anyone else cares, or what, you know, it's not going to impede anyone else and what they do. And if they're going to be bitches about it for some fucked up reason, then fuck them. You know, just do whatever the fuck you want. That's what I say. Anyways, next question is from Mon to Mojo. His question is, do you think that Genesect or Tornadus T are too broken in the current meta? Tornadus T, it's gone down a lot lately, so I wouldn't say it's broken, and people have been able to work around it well enough, and the meta is more suited for it right now. It's just at first, people were having trouble figuring it out, but right now, it's at a point where it's pretty balanced, I would think. So, I don't see Tornadus T being too broken. Genesect, though, I wouldn't say it's broken, it's just more that it's a utility to every single team, and it's just so versatile that you can throw it anywhere and it is fucking good, and you're not going to find a bad place to use it half the time. So it's just too versatile in that sense. I wouldn't say it's too broken, it's just too versatile, which could lead to it going uber, but I'm not sure at this point. It's just a really fucking good Pokemon. It's a better version of Scizor for the meta. Like back in 4th gen, everyone used fucking Scizor, but now Genesect's becoming that and more, just because it can do so much more. So I mean, we'll have to just wait and see, but that's how I think of Genesect, at least. Next question from DKC Master 45. Would you suck Relicanth's penis? I don't know why I'd want to do that, so no. That sounds really, really, really bad, as a matter of fact. So why the fuck would I want to do that? You know, you gotta think about this shit for a minute, dog. But I guess you didn't think about it, so yeah. Anyways, next question is from MC Brads. See, favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card, and what was the reason you decided to do an LP account? Well, this technically isn't an LP account, I just started doing LPs. But, I mean, if you're asking why I started doing LPs, it's because I thought it'd be fun, and people would enjoy it, and I thought I'd enjoy it, and I did enjoy it, and, you know, I just did it because I thought I would enjoy it, and people would enjoy it too. So, I thought I could do some pretty decent shit. Let's see. Favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card? I'm trying to think, though, what would be my favorite. Like, the thing is, when it comes to Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh half the time, it's more about how I feel about it competitively and how I think it's, like, good. You know, what defines my favorite. I mean, I have some shit that I like that's cool or something, but it's like, when it comes to something like Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh, I do more tend to say my favorite thing is a competitive thing, and, I don't know. For the longest time, it was just Mirror Force, so I'm honestly gonna have to fall back on that, because it was one of my first, like, good Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and it's just, I've always fucking liked it, so I'll go with Mirror Force on that one. Fucking wild Pokemon. But yeah, that's that question. Next question is from Slay12, asking, will you marry me? Nah, just kidding, just kidding. Well, maybe if you're an attractive female, I could consider it, but otherwise, no, can't. Sorry, impossible. Well, it's not impossible, but it's just not gonna happen. So, sorry for all you gay dudes out there. I'm not gay. So yeah, just remembered that. Let's see. A guy by the name of ZayDJW is asking, will you ever upload anything other than Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh? I'd like to. It's just the fact that, like I said before, it's just the views aspect. If I could really get more people behind me doing other shit, because, like, I did the Mass Effect 3, I tried doing a Jade Empire LP, but it's like, people just didn't really want it, and it just kind of fizzled out, and it was just more, it's like, I could have put that effort that I put into doing those videos into doing something else, and it's just, if I can't get the people behind it, it's just not really worth it when I could be doing something else, you know? So, I mean, I'd like to do other stuff, because I like a lot of other stuff, but I can't exactly do that, because people are like, it's fucking... So, you know, it's all up to the people in the end. So, yeah. Anyways, next question is from Pan Fried. His question is, hey, Wild, will you ever rematch Little Mackie for your honor to be redeemed? Well, considering I never played him in the first place, and he completely staged it, you can't really rematch someone you never played it. Okay, I already about that, dude. But yeah. I never played Little Mackie. He completely staged that. And I actually went and watched that video, and the first clue that should have been in everyone's minds is that my trainer sprite wasn't a female. So, it obviously wasn't me. And then, just the plays in the match were fucking weird. And were not like something I would do. I mean, I make weird fucking plays, and I do stupid fucking shit. But, it just... the shit that happened in that match didn't make any sense. Like, I led with Scizor when he had a Hippowdon on his team. That didn't make any sense. I don't know. Just the shit that he did in the match to stage it just didn't make any fucking sense. So anyone who with brains should have figured that out. I mean, I know he's just trolling, but you know, it's whatever. It's just kind of funny how he didn't really pull it off the best he could have. But you know, whatever. Let's see. Next guy by the name of Mega Chulo 88 is asking, while I really want to know how you make your videos. Well, I already kind of said I use Camtasia and ScreenFlow to record, and then I edit using Adobe Premiere Pro. Most people use Sony Vegas, but Sony Vegas is really just basic and simple. It's just like, it's ugly as fuck too. But it's like Adobe Premiere Pro, just in general, like, is one of the best editing softwares out there on the market right now. It's like, it's between, like, you know, consumer editing softwares is fucking Final Cut. Well, old Final Cut, not current Final Cut. Fucking current Final Cut is terrible. But Final Cut, Adobe Premiere Pro, and Avid. And actually, you know, just kind of, I'm actually in film school right now, so I kind of know a little bit about each. But it's like, just from the technical aspect, Adobe Premiere Pro is one of the better ones. And you can do a lot more with it. And it's just a lot better. And, you know, it's a lot cleaner. It's a lot more efficient, I think, as opposed to, you know, the common thing, which is Vegas. So, you know, that's how I feel, and whatever. But yeah, then I do that, and then I don't know. I don't think there's really anything else as far as video making. I mean, I use like my iPod to make my live quote unquote videos, or I might use a camera to do like live narrations. I don't know, but yeah, that's I guess kind of how I make my videos in a sense. Favorite Pokemon? Already answered that by Leaf Ninja Hokage. John So Comin 2 is asking. John's coming 2. I don't know why I had to make that so complex, but he's asking what's good. I don't know. Cats. Cats are good. Cats are pretty fucking cool. So yeah, I guess that's good. Let's see. Alessandro Mano asks, what happened to Snowflake? Absolutely nothing. I moved, and Snowflake technically wasn't my cat, so I couldn't really take her. And I wouldn't really have the means to really take care of her that well right now anyways. Plus, I don't think she'd really adjust to moving to a new place, because she's like fucking 11 or 12, so even though she still acts like a fucking baby, but it's like, I don't know. I just don't think she'd really adjust to moving, so I get to see her every so often, though, so I guess that's something, but yeah, nothing really happened to her. Why is PokeMMO lagging? But yeah, nothing really happened, so I just moved. Twice. Kinda, sorta, whatever. I don't know. Anyways, next question from Power Pignick. What is your opinion on Amoonguss still being NU? And do you refuse to play lower tiers because the better players are only found on forums, PO, and Pokemon Showdown? Those players are better, not all, of course. Let's see. The Amoonguss thing, what's my opinion on it? Sure, kinda deserves to still be NU. It's really, or did it go up? I don't remember, but it's just really not that great. I thought it was just overhyped. I mean, sure, Regenerator does give it a nice boost and buff, but in the end, I never thought it was a great Pokemon to begin with, and everyone was overhyping it. I mean, sure, it got good usage, but then people started to slowly realize, wait a second, there are better things we could be using as opposed to, you know, it's just not as efficient as it could be. So I'm kind of glad it went down to NU because people finally realized, wait, it really isn't that good. We should be smarter about this. But, you know, it's still not a bad Pokemon by any means, but it's just, eh. And I refuse to play the lower tiers because it's not so much that there are better players. Well, also the fact that you're saying better players on stuff and whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's more about, it's not really so much about, because the thing is, there are better players everywhere you fucking go, no matter what tier you're in, and blah, 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 blah. But it's like the majority, not the majority, but a lot of people in the lower tiers, the thing is, at least back in the day, a lot of people played lower tiers to escape the upper tiers because they thought they were too hoary or too broken, and that they had to be super original to have fun, and you couldn't, you know, have a complex mind game of skill and wit. It's like, you know, people wanted to dumb it down more in the lower tiers half the time, especially on fucking YouTube, you know? It's just like, at least back in the day. I mean, lately it's been getting more and more competitive in all aspects, in all tiers and shit, so it's been better, but there was a time that just completely turned me off to wanting to even consider playing the lower tiers, just because of the people and the mentality surrounding that. Hey, OU is fucking broken and stupid, lower tiers are so much better, even though the lower tiers are just as competitive and just as fucking hoary and shit as the upper tiers. I just hate that mentality surrounding it, so I really don't want to be around it, you know? That's really the only reason I hate it. And it's just that if I just don't even associate myself with it, I don't have to fucking worry about those people. But, I mean, like I said, it has been getting better, but it's still at that point where I really don't like that mentality still. So, and it still exists. But, you know, once it slowly gets better, I might dive in more. And, you know, just as long as the people are better, that's really the only thing I give a shit about. But, next question is from Cobb AA Off. His question is, what's your favorite Pokemon of each generation? Let's see. Gen 1. I'd have to say it's Sandslash. Just purely from the design of the Pokemon itself. Not really so much the competitive usage of it, but I just like how Sandslash looks. I think it's a fucking cool-ass Pokemon, but it, you know, it sucks. But I think it's just a cool-ass Pokemon. I fucking love Sandslash. And then also just lately, I've just had an obsession with Clefable, but that's not really so much of a favorite as just, you know, something cool. But yeah, Sandslash for Gen 1. Gen 2, I'd have to say, and this is going to sound really cliche, but I'd have to say Scizor. I mean, I liked it before, even in, you know, Gen 2 when it first came out. I thought, hey, this is a cool fucking Pokemon. I wish this thing was better and cooler and, you know, that shit. But I always thought Scizor was just a fucking badass. But, I mean, now it's like, okay, Scizor is just, it's Scizor, you know? But, it's fine. But, you know, it's just back then I loved Scizor and I still do. So, you know, that's kind of a thing. Let's see, Gen 3, I'd have to say Jirachi right off the bat, and then Gen 4, Infernape. Gen 5, that's tough, because, honestly, Gen 5 had a lot of fucking awesome Pokemon, but if I had to choose one, I'd have to say Terrakion. Just, that motherfucker's so awesome. But, yeah, I'd have to say Terrakion. He's fucking cool. I mean, even before I knew, it was like, oh, this guy's a fucking good Pokemon. It's like, hey, this guy's a fucking badass. Cool. So, yeah, that's that. Next question by Chris on Crack. Why do you look like a transvestite? I don't know. It's not my choice to look like a transvestite, except for the hair aspect, which isn't really that transvestite-like. But, in all honesty, I really don't think I look like that much of a chick, and people are just over-dramatizing it because of the long hair. But I think people are just fucking crazy. But what do I know? I apparently probably know nothing, so I can't really say anything. Anyways, next question from Electabuzz Kill. Do you ever rap about Pokemon like Shofu, and do you think Pokegen is better than Pokesav? I don't rap because... yeah, I don't rap, and reason being is I don't like rap. The closest thing to rap I like is Linkin Park, and also Slipknot. And those aren't really that much rappy. So, really, those are the closest things I like to rap. And I'm just not a fan of rap. So, I'd rather, you know, listen to metal and shit. And if I had a choice to do a song about Pokemon, it'd be a metal song. But I can't sing or scream for shit. If I could sing or scream, well, I can kind of sing, but I can't scream it. If I want to do a song, I want to have screaming in it, but I can't scream for shit. So, that's going to kind of not work. But, you know, whatever. But do you think Pokesav is better than Pokegen is better than Pokesav? Yes, I do. For my own personal reasons. Like, because remember, actually probably most of you don't remember, I was kind of the one that did bring Pokegen to the populace. So, I did that because I thought Pokegen was the better program. Because I just like the precision you can get with it. I mean, sure, you're missing out on some of the aspects like, making items and changing your character sprite or changing your name, but on the aspect of purely editing Pokemon, I think it's the better program. I think you can get the job done a lot better there just because, you know, you get more precision, you get to look over every aspect, even gives you a hidden power count. It's like, I think it'll just do more and it'll be a lot better. I mean, you gotta get used to it, but I just think it's a lot better of a program personally, and it just suits my needs very well, so... yeah, and also I'm not a lazy fuck who is too lazy to play through the fucking Japanese games, because they're not even that hard. It's like, I probably beat, or I got to the versus recorder. I could have had the first Wi-Fi battle if it wasn't for the fact that, like, on YouTube and in black and white too, if it wasn't for just the anti-piracy, otherwise I could have fucking done that shit. But I mean, it's just that, you know, I played through the game and it was just fine, so I didn't really give a shit about not being on my shit. But I don't know, whatever. Yeah, I probably went too in-depth for that question, but whatever. Anyways, next question is from Blaine Harkness. His question is, how long have you been playing Pokemon, and what one is your favorite? I think if you're asking about favorite Pokemon game, I'd say Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Just the metagame and just the game itself. I mean, the revamps they did to the original Gold Silver were just amazing. Brought the game over the top and just made it for one of the best Pokemon games, in my personal opinion. And I've been playing Pokemon since Red and Blue came out. So, I forget how many years that is. It's a lot of years. I think it's over... I think it's like 14 years? 14 or 15 years. I don't fucking remember, honestly, but... long fucking time. And it's been fun shit. So, yeah. Yeah. Let's see, the next question was from Solo Black Dude, but he deleted it because everyone is calling him an idiot. But he originally asked something like, why are you doing a Q&A like Shofu, coincidentally? Because you're a dumbass, first of all, Soul, and you should feel silly for being a dumbass. But then again, I know you're a major dumbass, so whatever. But, why'd I do the Q&A? Because I fucking was planning on doing one anyways. I was actually planning on doing one since the summer, but then I decided... I couldn't find the proper moment. I was trying to look for the proper moment, but then I was just like, fuck it, I'll just do it now. And then Shofu's just like, hey, I'm going to do a Q&A too. And then I was like, okay, whatever, good for Shofu. But really, I've done Q&As plenty of times before, so just coincidentally doing it at the same time as Shofu, it's like, it's not really cashing in on anything or whatever, so it's like, I don't know, there's no reason to really think either are related. And a bunch of people call that Soul on his stupidity, so laughs. Anyways, next question is from EXP Share with a 3. And he's asking, CB Ape versus Scarfrachi. I think CB Ape is better, because CB Ape, I mean, I popularized in Gen 5, I think, and then kind of in Gen 4, but I just think it's a better set for the meta. Scarfrachi, it has plenty of uses in Gen 4, but Gen 5, it's a lot harder to use, so I personally just don't like it as much anymore. There are a lot better Scarfers to use and abuse, so I'd have to go CB Ape just for meta-wise. Let's see, next, we got... questions from Flying Around Tables. Yes, habla español. No. I know a little bit. I took 2 years of Spanish, but that was back in 8th and 9th grade, so I don't remember shit. But, you know, I'm not a complete dumbass when it comes to Spanish, so whatever. And then, any other languages? No. Yeah, I only fluently speak English, and then I know random phrases here and there from other languages. And then, what's my favorite gym leader? That's kind of tough, because, you know, you never really think about that, but, I don't know, I'm just trying to remember all the gym leaders, because let's see. Those, I don't know, honestly, I really don't think I have a favorite. I guess, let's see, who are the 4th gen gym leaders? I'm just trying to remember all of them so I can think about it, you know. Let's see. I don't know, I guess fucking Elsa or whatever from the 5th gen because she's hot. I don't fucking know. I never really thought about it, but let's see. Next, we got a last series of questions from Power Butt, and he was all like, "Oh my, yeah, the last time." Let's see. Well, first off, his comment starts as, the last time you did one was like 2 years ago with Nick, I think. Well, yeah, that was the first one I did, but I also did a Q&A on my own, and also partially with Rich, like, I don't even remember when I did that. I think it was like last summer, but, well, last year in the summer, not this previous summer, but, so he's gonna ask a shitload of questions. Do you see yourself doing this in, like, 5 years? Well, hopefully. I hope to do so. That's why that's what I would like to do, but if I can't, well, fuck, I don't know what I'm gonna do then. Because, yeah. And then let's see, how does it feel to have 10k little shits watching your videos? I need an emotional answer here. That's literally what he said. So, I didn't call you little shits. I'd call you little fuckers, not little shits. I think fuckers is a little bit more dignified. But how does it feel to have 10K people watching my videos? Well, not gonna lie, it was cooler having about 18K watching, but, you know, 10K people that, for some reason, and 10K and counting, rather, watching and enjoying and actually finding me entertaining, it's pretty cool. I mean, not a lot of people can say that, so it is honestly pretty nice, but, you know, it is what it is, but it's nice. What ROM hack was your favorite? I'm guessing not Snakewood. I actually did enjoy Snakewood. It's just, I don't know. I guess I just probably didn't play it as well as I could, which is probably why I didn't enjoy it as much, maybe. I don't know. And then just some of the Bible references just pissed me the fuck off because I'm weird like that. Yeah. My favorite ROM hack, though, I'd have to say, it's probably Light Platinum. I think that was the most well done hack that I really played. So I'd probably have to go with that one. Let's see, next one. Favorite band and song. Let's see. Fucking Skype. Stupid fuckers. Favorite band, I'd have to say Motionless in White. That's kind of obvious by how much I wear that fucking beanie. But they are my favorite band. I cannot fucking wait for their new album, Infamous. And their new song coming out Tuesday. Oh my god, I'm excited. But, let's see. Favorite song. It's a toss-up between Puppets by Motionless in White or Sticks and Bricks by A Day to Remember. Just both of those songs are fucking amazing. And Sticks and Bricks kind of does hit a little bit more home than Puppets did, but you know, they're both fucking great songs. So, I don't know, it's a toss-up between the two. So, yeah. Who is your favorite subscriber? I couldn't choose just one of them. Honestly, it's like, you're all cool kids watching my videos. I don't really have a quote-unquote favorite. It's just, you know, you guys are cool shits. Fuckers. I mean, I'm sorry. Sorry, fuckers. But, yeah, I don't know. I couldn't choose a favorite. It's like, I mean, honestly, I don't really know you guys well enough to do that. But, you know, you guys are all cool people. So, you know, that's a thing. But, yeah. Do I like shorts? I don't really like, I mean, they are, as Joey would say, they are comfy, but I'm not the hugest fan of them. I mean, I like seeing chicks wear shorts that are attractive, but, I personally am not I mean, I wear shorts when I'm just lounging at home just because they're quick and easy to wear, but I personally prefer wearing jeans, but, you know, sometimes they can be sometimes uncomfortable, so, you know, shorts are just a good lounge around, do nothing thing. And then, will I do more Mass Effect 3? I mean, I would do more if more people watched it. It's also the fact that the multiplayer just gets dull really fucking quick, so you don't really want to play it as much, and the only time you really want to play it is when you need to get your galactic readiness up, but I think they patched that, so you don't really have to play multiplayer to do that, and you can just fucking do whatever. But I honestly haven't played Mass Effect in a while, and I was supposed to play it this summer, just play through the whole entire series again, but I kind of got lazy. But, I mean, I would if more people watched and I was really into doing more multiplayer. I really want to do an LP of it, but that would just be a tedious amount of fucking work. And the fact that the game takes more than 30 hours, it's just... Actually, it takes about 30 hours, but it's just too much of a time investment to really want to put myself into that. And then his last question is, New 3 Days Grace album, I think it sucked, did it? Like I said, I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was great. I didn't think it was amazing, but, you know, it was an album. But, yeah, I don't know, no really other comment, but that'll be it for part 1 of the Q&A. I'll answer more questions next week. I guess I'll do them on Saturday, like I'll, you know, post the videos on Saturday, but, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed randomly listening to me ramble for I don't even know how long I've been going for, but, blah, 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 etc., etc., rate, comment, sub, and later, guys.